In 2-3 minutes. In 2-3 minutes. I'm gone again. I'm gone again. For a long jump.
I got in a fight with Leon, and we had a good scrap. I was winning by 2 points, and I did a mistake where I kept my hand on his shoulder for too long, and he capitalized on it and went for a Marcelo armbar, and he continued to a regular armbar, and he just yanked the arm, and I knew I was up. I couldn't feel my arm that well. I didn't feel anything break or anything, nothing too serious. But after the fight, I felt I couldn't use it anymore, and so I asked my coach and what he felt, and he said he wanted me to pull out, and of course I was upset, but. I know, like, I have a long journey ahead of me, so I have to take care of my body, and I have to be smart with it. So I felt it was a good choice for me. But I didn't lose the fight, so I'm happy. I find Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu through regular traditional Jiu-Jitsu, which I started when I was 9, and I did that for 8 years. And I always heard about Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but I never knew what it was. So one day, a purple belt named Luis Alberto came to Haugesund, and he had met his wife there, so he started teaching. And he taught for 1 week when he was there, and I went there, and from the first training I just fell in love with it, and from there it just escalated. I knew that this was what was going to be my money-making scheme. Not scheme, but life, you know. And it just continued. I just had the drive for it, and I just continued to compete. I continued to see result coming, and one day I decided to go with Espen Mathisen to America, to AOJ, and we went there for 3 months, and I just continued to go and go and go, because I'm from a small place where there's almost nobody training Jiu-Jitsu. And at the time there was really a few guys, and I needed to expand my jiu-jitsu by traveling. And that taught me a lot. It taught me a lot of self-discipline, and taught me a lot of jiu-jitsu. It taught me a lot about life, and it brought me where I am today, and I'm happy for it. And now I can finally say I have a good team back home. I have my own students, so it's definitely been a long journey, but it's gonna go for many more years.
Entrance.
Of course I want to welcome him to the gi, but I know Gordon has a lot of plans in his future with the gi. He says he's not going to fight until 2019, I think. Don't quote me on that, but I think he said that.
That's it.
For sure, it will be a great fight, because we both fight for submission, and I want to show I can beat the number 1 guy, and he has not been training gi since last we fought, and last time we fought I won, and so I think I can beat him again if we do the gi. So yeah. Come to Norway and let's fight.
Nice. Action.
For me, it's important to do a lot of sparring, but we implement something we call active drilling, which is it's a concept that's hard to explain, but it's drilling with reactions where you create situations where you have to capitalize on what you get. So you choose either you want to pass, or sweep and pass, or just sweep. So we do this once every day, usually in the morning training, then we spar at night. But now, since it's competition seasons, we just do a lot of sparring. But in the off seasons, we do a lot of active drilling. But for beginners, from beginners from white white till purple, to an experienced purple, I think it's important to drill, because you need to know. Drilling is good. Regular drilling is good for making your body used to the movement, and know how to do it properly. And active drilling is where you can take this drilling and the drilling you've done, and you already know the technique, we can implement it into the active drilling where the guy will give you reaction. So there's no set pattern, there's always something's going on, like a realistic fight in jiu-jitsu.
Hvis jeg dytter her nå, så kommer han til å få lage press på meg uansett. Så det, jeg skal heller ikke kontrollere for langt ned, for da har jeg ingen kontroll på han.
This season has done a lot for me now. It created my name this season, but it's all the work that I did in the past that made me able to do what I've done so far. Right now, it's just to right now at this moment, it's just to rest my body, because I was traveling. I traveled for 4 weeks just competing, and now I felt like my body had met its toll and I needed a little bit of rest. So I'm taking 2 weeks just teaching, just hanging with my friends, doing a little bit of jiu-jitsu, not much, not too serious, and just having a good time. And I'll be back for Worlds, taking my gold medal back home to Norway.
Nice. Nice.
What the roses say, I've been at home, and the roses say, well, if I wouldn't listen, got to run and run.